Last September, Governor Kasich signed pension reform bills for all 5 public pension systems, impacting all of Ohio's public employees, including members of the Ohio Police and Fire Pension Fund. The bill went into effect last month. Although most changes won't begin until July 1st, what will really happen? And how can you prepare for the impact to your pension? Jim Lineweaver's here to give us the lowdown on the highlights of this bill. Jim's a certified financial planner with the Lineweaver Financial Group. Thanks for joining us, Jim.
My pleasure.
So, Jim, for our viewers that have a public employee pension plan, there's been a lot of changes that have gone on, and today I want to focus first on police and fire. Tell us about what's going on there.
Sure, yeah. What ends up happening is they're not only changing the pension plan, but they're also changing DROP, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Okay.
But for all these plans that are in the state of Ohio, they can actually, anybody can go to our website, ohioretire.com, and get a lot more information about this.
ohioretire.com.
But specifically for the police and fire, one of the biggest changes that they're all going to have to face is that phasing in over the next 3 years, they were putting in 10% of their pay to go in their pension. That's going to work its way up to 12.25%.
Gotcha.
So you're talking over a 20% increase in the next 3 years to help fund that pension down the road.
Now, what's happening to the cost of living adjustments going forward?
That's getting adjusted too, and it's different between the drop bucket and else, but in their pension side. But basically, if you're less than age 56, you're not going to have any cost of living adjustments if you're retired or if you're in drop. After age 56, these cost of living adjustments will kick in. But it doesn't matter if you're retired or not, so big changes.
All right. The calculation for an employee's final average salary, which is very important in calculating how much money they take home. What's happening
there? 2
there?
things got hit here. One is they're going from a 3-year average annual salary to 5 years to stretch it out a little more. Then what they're also doing is getting rid of what's called anti-spiking, or trying to pad your salary real quick before you retire to get the higher average up there. And so if they find that abnormality compared to what you've made in the past, they're going to look at restricting that, and therefore you won't get as much of a pension payment down the road.
All right, you mentioned the Deferred Retirement Option Plan, or DROP, and there's changes there too.
Yeah,
and you've been very involved with DROP from day one. Tell us about that.
Yeah, what happens is this program has really allowed the public service or the police and fire to catch up, if you will, in their retirement plans. And not only did they slash the interest rate and link it to the 10-year T-bill, what they're also doing now is they're getting rid of that cost of living adjustment. They're also making it, people stay in it at least a minimum of 5 years. It was 3, and there's a lot of other changes that are coming along with that. So very, very important.
All right, so there's all these changes in the pension plans, and we're talking about the police and fire at this, and we're going to get you back to talk about some of the others, but you have a program that can provide more information. Tell us about that.
We're going to cover all these changes as it relates to police and fire. And it's going to be held on February 26th at 6 p.m. at Houlihan's up in Westlake. And then we also have one on Tuesday, March 19th at 6 p.m. at the Willoughby Brewing Company on the east side.
Okay, and then they can get more information at www.ohioretire.com. And they can just call your office too and get personal information.
Yeah, they do fill up quick, so the quicker they get the reservation, the better.
Great, Jim. Thank you very much for this great information. Pensions for all public employees are changing, and it's important for your financial future to understand the new rules. For help putting these puzzling pension pieces into perspective and to plan for their impact on your retirement, attend Jim's free seminars. Very worthwhile.
Learn more by calling the Lineweaver Financial Group at 1-888-313-4009 or log on to www.lineweaver.net. Next, and the Oscar goes to...